Hi, I'm Scott Bradley and my company is Details Landscape Art. We have designed and built fine gardens throughout the North Bay, mostly in Sonoma County, for almost 27 years. We strive to create special outdoor living environments for family and friends. We are reliable and courteous, return phone calls promptly, keep appointments, complete projects on a timely basis, and treat clients, suppliers, and associates with respect. I am truly addicted to taking an existing yard and transforming it into a work of art, and we take pride in a job well done. Our tagline is Gardens for Life, which has two meanings. First is gardens to fit your lifestyle. I listen to my clients' needs and address their issues, whether deer, blazing hot sun exposure, or privacy concerns. We want to know whether they enjoy gardening or if it's a chore, and tailor the landscape so maintenance is tolerable and enjoyable. The second meaning is gardens for a lifetime. With a minimum of normal upkeep and occasional minor updating, the overall design and individual elements should endure and provide enjoyment for years to come. The possibilities are endless. We build natural-looking ponds and waterfalls that add the peaceful sound of running water to the garden. Fine craftsmanship and detailing are apparent in our multi-tiered arbors, and our three-railed capped fences are built to last. Our flagstone patios and walkways are masterpieces, whether Connecticut bluestone or Arizona flagstone. We think out of the box with curvilinear shapes, placing patios out into the garden, and create beautiful mosaic patterns with the stone. Is your yard dated, boring, overgrown? Are you tired of wall-to-wall grass? Do you dream of a breathtaking garden? Let us take your breath away. I grew up on the East Coast, but have lived in Sonoma County for 40 years, where I have raised my family and built my business. And although the kids are grown and out of the house, we all live nearby and see each other all the time. And now my wife Kathy and I have adopted a new family. We have two Bernese mountain dogs, who are the loves of our lives. I am what you might call a golf nut, and have played in amateur tournaments for many years. I have a regular group of golf buddies, and my son Travis and I play frequently throughout the summer. He and I then go up skiing to Lake Tahoe every winter, and Kathy and I take the dogs up snowshoeing in the mountains as often as we can.
Basically, found them on the web, looked at some of their testimonials and looked at some of their photos and liked their work, brought them out for a sort of an evaluation and ran them against a couple other people that did the same stuff, and ended up choosing Scott and Detailed Landscape because I just felt that he was easy to work with, and I really liked a lot of the stuff I saw on the web. During the project, they were very easy to get a hold of. Scott was always in contact with me, still is in contact with me as we kind of go through maintenance and some of the plants that didn't survive frost, for example, work with him to replace and things like that. Absolutely happy. It looks great, and we did a little bit of touch-up in the backyard, but we'll probably focus a little bit more in the backyard, and there's some fencing we need replaced, and so yeah, he's who we'll go back to for everything.
Scott and his crew were absolutely fantastic to work with. They have an incredible ability to just take the ball and run with it. I've seen their work, and I trusted his ability to choose the right plants and placement, and it was a great comfort just to know that he had it all under control. So for me, I just purchased my home, and one of the things that this new home needed was just to be spruced up, and Scott came over and was full of wonderful ideas and suggestions on how to make this go from a blah space to just a space that makes me so happy and offers a perfect balance with color, design, texture, everything. It's just, he's created a fabulous oasis for me. And every time I drive up into my driveway, I just think, oh, I just love it here. And so much of that has to do with the ambiance that he created by re-landscaping the front and back. And people drive by and look twice, just because it just pops. And he's just made it very fitting for the vintage of this house and has just really created a fantastic, fantastic space for me. I always felt as if Scott and his crew had no other clients but me. It was great. They were always available. I think one of his guys even gave up his Saturday to come out here and finish what they had started. So just absolutely great contact, always available by phone call or text, and just really made me feel very, very taken care of throughout the whole process. I am very happy with the final product. We had Mother's Day out here on the patio at night. Now that the weather is perfect and it's the beginning of the summer, it's perfect time to have finished this up. And it's a great feeling just to sit out here, have a glass of wine, and just enjoy the space. So I have referred Scott and his company to a couple of different clients of mine, and they have been extremely happy with what he has done for them. So I knew by having Scott over at my house that he would take good care of me as well. And now I am one of his finished products, just like they are. And I continue to sing his praises to my clients as they need their yards spruced up and redesigned as well. So he's just top notch in what he does. He's such a natural, and he's not afraid to get in there and grab a shovel and do it himself as well. So he's a go-getter, and he really, really knows how to take care of his clients. So probably the best referral was Mike Jellison. He did a total re-landscape up in Fountain Grove, and good size yard. And Mike continues just to thank me for sending Scott his way, because he created quite the oasis up there for Mike and his wife. And my other clients in Rohnert Park, their neighbors love what they've done, and they're continuously thanking me as well for referring Scott to them too, because this guy he knows what he's doing, and it shows.
It was great. When we first called Scott about 4 years ago, this was just dirt and a lot of weeds. So it was a blank slate for him to work with. And he listened to our input, what we were looking for, and came back with a couple different versions of a plan. And we settled on one and went forward. It was a real easy process. He had great ideas to start, and then they just evolved over the project. Project, if I remember right, started say in June, and it started with Scott showing up and giving us a plan and talking through what we wanted. We did some refinements and they got started. And in September we actually had a big party back here in the back. The patio was in, a lot of the shrubs were in, the grass was in. There were still some other final details, but in a matter of 3 months, we went from nothing to the majority of the yard being done, and done enough that we could have a party out here in the back. We're very happy with the final project. One thing that we wanted was fairly easy maintenance. We didn't want to spend all of our time having to take care of a yard to keep it looking the way that it looks. And that was one of the goals of the project all along that Scott kept in the back of his mind. And really, a couple hours on the weekends is all that the normal upkeep is. It springs a little more, and at the end of the winter a little bit more, but the project came out, we think it's beautiful. It's just what we wanted and very easy to maintain. Yeah, no question. And we have recommended Scott, and for our next project, here, there will only be one phone call, and that'll be to Scott.
The process was very, very good. It was nice to work with Scott. He was very accommodating. He was prompt, and he worked with us, took our ideas and added some of his own ideas, and so it was not totally one way or the other. And if we wanted to make suggestions, he was very accommodating, and we worked very well together. The project started when our lawn was beginning to die back when we were having the drought. So eventually it did finally die. So we needed to do some alternatives, and we decided that we didn't want to have another lawn because of the drought and the water issues. So we wanted to do something that was low maintenance and low water. The difference between Scott and the other contractors was he was actually excited about doing our project, and he thought that what our concept was really something that was going to be fun for him to do, and it would be, turn out really nice. So that's where that started. We were very pleased with the final product. There was such a dramatic difference between the dead lawn in the beginning and the final product. We were very, very happy and excited. It was a really great job.
Gardens come in flavors and stir emotions in their visitors. A garden can be a quiet retreat to drink morning coffee and listen to the birds, a comfortable outdoor entertaining area, an inviting multi-use space for friends and family, or a stunning display of flowers and foliage. What's your flavor?